Good afternoon, family. Listen up, man. I'm standing here in Nuclear, and obviously the community reached out to me and they said to me, listen up, man, you have to come through. We are dealing with the matter here as a community. We want answers. We are afraid. We are angry, and we don't know what to do. While the community was going about their day, two young boys jumped from a roof. The one damaged his ankle, and they escaped from a shop, from the inside of a shop. Apparently, these two young boys were hidden in the roof of the shop for the last 5 months. The community is angry because now the mothers in the community are asking themselves, what is going to happen if my daughter is next or my son is next? Now the cops came and the cops took them away. Yes, the cops responded, and we are grateful for that. But there's also some of the community members saying that SAPS Sophia Town was not the first police officials on the scene. It was SAPS from Langlaagte. And when SAPS from Langlaagte came, SAPS from Langlaagte then said they cannot respond, it's not their jurisdiction. Then they reached out to SAPS Sophia Town, and that's when SAPS Sophia Town came onto the scene. When SAPS Sophia Town came onto the scene, obviously the community was in an uproar. They want answers. They're not fighting. They just want answers. So there was a whole lot of back and forth, a whole lot of shouting and screaming happening. And we are here not to work against SAPS. We are here to work together with SAPS. All the community is asking is, now that there is unrest in the community, now that we don't know what next, how can we as mothers and fathers in the community be okay with a shop still being opened where our children has been going to for the last few years? We now don't know if our children are next, if my daughter is next, or if my son is next. So all we need to know now as a community, we need to know who is the investigating officer. We also just want to know, has there been a case opened? What case has been opened? What's that case number? When will they be in court? And if those details are not available right now, then all we want to unsettle the unrest in the community, all we want then is to know who is the arresting officer. Who's the officer that made the arrest? Once that information is given to us, we then as a community can debrief. We can then find clarity in reference to what the way forward is. And the community has asked me to come out and be their spokesperson to speak on their behalf. Not because there's not anybody else who can do it better than me, but simply just because I was available on call. So that's just the answers the community wants, because the mothers are afraid. One mother walked up to me and she said to me, Pastor Kurt, can you not go to SAPS and please get us the information that we need? Because what do I now do as a mother? How do I send my daughter to that same shop where two boys allegedly was held in a roof for 5 months? One of the fathers in the community tapped me on the shoulder when we were standing in a circle, and he said to me, Pastor Kurt, hy een kind skit glad so. Hy's bang, hy weet nie hoe om te praat nie. Die kinders lyk al siek, van hulle was in 'n dak vir 5 maande. Whether that is true or not, we are still trying to identify. But what is true is that there were arrests made, the individuals were taken away to SAPS, but the community does not have answers. We cannot be a community that's treated like this. We just want what we must have, and that's clarity. Because right now there's an unrest in the community. Young children are walking up and down in the streets. We must do better. So I'm going to have a few mothers share their concerns, and also let them share how it is that they then ask me to get involved so that they can just get the information that's required. I'm going to ask some mothers to share their story and share how they feel right now. They are angry, rightfully so. This is one of the mothers who's going to share. Please share from your heart.
Thank you, Pastor Kurt, for assisting us today. We have small children. We have at the flat, the shop is here across the road. We send our children to shop every day. Who says they can't take our children and put them in the roof and in the night, take them, put them in a truck and hijack human traffic with them? Huh? So that's our concerns. Even us as big people, if they two, three in the shop, they can also grab us and go tie us and put us at the back too. So now what must happen to us? Our children have the freedom here. Our children can't have freedom anywhere anymore. Why is it in our community like this? So that is my concern.
Listen, this mother simply saying, man, if there were 3 children locked up for 5 months there, because those very children jumped from a roof and they ran into the homes of the community over here for help. The community came to the rescue, and they are now on their way, or they are on their way to the hospital to be seen to. And also, I don't remember who said it to me. One of the community members said that when they were in the shop, they saw these 2 boys, but also then they saw someone they never really see coming from the back. It was a big built man, They said he comes from the back. Now, we're not going to make any accusations, but all we want to find out what is happening here. Why, if then, those boys were not ill-treated? Why, if then, those boys were treated fairly? Why, if then, if those boys were treated well, why would they run away? Why would they shout for help towards the community? Why would he jump from the roof? Why would he risk hurting himself? Because that's exactly what happened. So as we begin to drill deeper, we know that all we want is the case number, who's the investigating officer, when are they going to be in court, so that we can follow this process. Because we need to now know what's going to happen with the shop. Because the police are now standing there in front of the shop, because the community, you know the community when they get angry, man, the community is ready now to do what they need to do with the shop. But that is not the answer. Listen to me, community, that's not the answer. The answer now is what we're doing now. We're getting the answers that we need. We're going to go to SAPS, we're going to get those answers, and then together we're going to walk through this with the process. Are you one of the mothers who's going to share? There was one more mother. Yes. Please speak loud now.
Yeah, listen, the only thing that I want to say is, we scared for our children. And at the end of the day, those two boys hurt themselves very, very bad. One broke his ribs, the other one broke his ankle. And those boys, we spoke to them, there was a guy that was translating to us. He said, those guys said they were there for 5 months. Yeah? And they were choked and they were still treated and everything.
That boy said that.
The one who broke his ankle, he was the one that explained it to the other guy, and the guy explained it to us.
Sure. And you also said they would jump. Can you give us maybe just detail of, you guys saw them scream from the roof and they jumped from the roof?
They were calling something, screaming something.
Okay.
So I think that was the one the police.
So those boys are saying. So those boys are saying they were basically physically abused.
They said so.
Okay. Did you hear them say that?
Yeah,
you heard them say.
You explained how they were choked and everything. The one that broke his ankle.
So what do you think, as a community leader, what do you think could have happened here, or was busy happening here, without us as a community even knowing, right here underneath our noses?
Because I mean, if those children were there against the wall, just think for yourself, why were they there against the wall? Why were they scared of those guys? So one guy wanted to come and fetch the one that broke his ankle and take him back to the shop, and he refused to go.
Sure.
And we pulled him back and we kept him back.
Sure. And what do you guys want must happen with that shop right now?
We want all the shops to be closed. Not that one only, because we don't know what is happening with the other shops also. To be honest with you, we have nothing against the Pakistanis. Let me tell you something. But all these Ethiopians and Somalians, they wrong us. They always wrong us. So I'm tired of them.
So there you have it, everybody. And all we now want is answers. So for those of you who might not be here and you are from the area, I'm going to show you the shop. For now, parents, let's keep our children away from that shop, right? Until we have clarity on what's the way moving forward. I know that shop has been there for years, right? So we're going to just show the community where the shop is, so that we can keep our children away from that shop. For now, that's the shop, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay. That one. So as you can see right now, SAPS is still here. Obviously, SAPS is trying to intervene to not have the matter escalate out of complete control. So here's the shop right here behind me. If you are in the area, please keep your children away from the shop for now, until we have clarity in terms of what the way forward is, what has been happening here at the shop. We're not going to fight with them because they were here. They helped, even if it was late, or even if it was, they came, they helped, they got those guys. Let's now just go and identify what the way forward is for the safety of our children. That's all. Okay? Let's go and do that.
Okay, sure.
Thank you very much.
You did a good job.
So we're going to go to SAPS now, we're going to look for those answers, and then we're going to take it from there.